You have decided to explore the ruins of this ancient keep, but Thardir pursues you, and time is of the essence. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Line Unbroken, my progression-style playthrough series of the Lord of the Rings living card game. Here I am playing the 4th scenario from the Angmar Awakened cycle, Treachery of Rhudaur. So, I took a mulligan with this deck, hoping for a Legacy of Numenor mostly. Obviously didn't find one, but starting with Steward of Gondor and King Under the Mountain is actually pretty great. And I still have some chance to find a Legacy. Now, I don't need this rules card. I'm just going to put it in the big display to be out of the way. Now, setup. Make the Great Hall the active location. Set Thardir aside out of play. Add the 3 Treachery of Rhudaur side quests to the staging area, quest side face up. Search the encounter deck for 1 copy of Ancient Causeway and add it to the staging area, 2 copies instead if there are 3 or 4 players in the game. The first player gains control of the Marfield, so Thardir is as he was in Deadlands Dyke, and I'm just going to put him out of the way here, so he won't obstruct his deck's engaged enemies. Marfield is the same as he was in Wastes of Eredor and across the Etten Moors. 1-3-3-3, and after an enemy engages a player, give control of the Marfield to that player. I'm going to put the 3 side quests just below the staging area. We're going to be out of the way. Ancient Causeway, 3 threat, 2 quest points. When it's explored, ready to place threat by 2. Great Hall, 4 threat, 8 quest points. When it's explored, each player discards the top 5 cards of the encounter deck and chooses an undead enemy he discarded in this way to add to the staging area. And time 5. Forced. After the last time counter is removed from Secrets of Rhudaur, remove each Treachery of Rhudaur side quest from the game and immediately advance to stage 2. During the quest phase, Secrets of Rhudaur cannot be chosen as the current quest. If there are no Treachery of Rhudaur side quests in play, immediately advance to stage 2. So this stage is, we can't quest here, it's just a timer until we advance to stage 2 and Thardir turns up to try and kill us. And in the meantime we are trying to do these 3 side quests. Quiet the Spirits, 16 quest points. While it's the current quest, each undead enemy that enters play immediately engages the player with the highest threat. Enemies that engage a player from this effect contribute their threat to the total threat in the staging area until the end of the phase. Forced after an enemy is destroyed, place 2 progress on Quiet the Spirits. When this quest is defeated, flip it over. They all have that last line. When they're defeated, flip them over. Sift through the debris, 18 quest points. You search through the ashes of the keep's destroyed rooms. If you are diligent, you may be able to find a clue as to Yarian's ancestry. While Sift through the debris is the current quest, each location in the staging area gets +1 threat. Forced, after a location is explored, place 2 progress on Sift through the debris. To decipher ancient texts. You look through the keep's many torn and ancient records, hoping to find information to help you understand the enemy's plan. While decipher ancient texts, the current quest, allies get -2 willpower. Action, pay 1 resource to place 1 progress on decipher ancient texts. Any player may trigger this action, limit 3 times per round. So, without further ado, let's begin the quest. Control N. Because of Erestor, I draw 3 additional cards at the beginning of the resource phase. And this deck draws a card, and off, okay. And now let's play Deep Knowledge. Deal 2. Draw 2. Draw 2. Okay, that's not what I was really hoping for, but okay. Daron's Runes. Draw 2. And I have to discard 1. So let's ditch Steeping Ladris. Have not managed to find an additional Deep Knowledge, which I was kind of hoping for to get a Legacy of Numenor. But let's see. Okay, so the Silver Harp is the thing that I really want to play. Glare-Wine would be good, Asphalot would be good. I can't afford both. Actually, that unexpected card would also be really nice, though I have the Silver Harp. So what I'm getting from this is that Merkle Pioneers are unlikely to happen, so let's just discard both of them to put Zelda Jeweler into play. Then, yeah, okay, I'm going to play 2 for Glare-Wine and exhaust him to have this deck draw a card. Rohan Warhorse, and I've run out of ways to get extra cards. So much for that. Doomed 1 with Grima, and pay 1 for a Silver Harp. That's it. Obviously, here I'm saving my leadership resources, but let's put a Rohan Warhorse straight onto Aragorn. Now, questing. I'm going to quest to decipher ancient texts. So, allies have -2 willpower, so the other jeweler is no good for the quest here. I'm obviously playing both of these Elrond's Councils right away. So this deck drops its threat by 6, and that gives me an extra 2 points of willpower. So 2, 6, 8, 10, 12 versus 3. And we reveal Because of the Ears. Deal 1 damage to each exhausted character. Each player with a threat of 35 or higher must also discard each exhausted attachment he controls. And Dark Covenant. Discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. The first player must either remove X progress from among the quests in play or assign X damage among characters he controls. X is the total threat of the discarded cards. So that's 1, 2, 3 threat. So 1, 2, 3 damage. I've added no threat to the staging area. So I'm making 9 progress. I'm going to discard a card to boost Eowyn and then pull it back with the Silver Harp. So I'm making 10 progress. This deck could discard Faramir to boost Eowyn. Let's do that. Actually, no, let's not do that. I don't need to. I can save it for a later discard, which might be more important. So, total of 10 progress, which means 8 on the quest. And of course, I have explored this location, so I put 2 on Sift Through the Debris. This goes to the victory display. And each player discards the top 5 cards from the encounter deck and chooses an undead enemy he discarded in its way to add to the staging area. So, 5, only 1 option. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no enemies. Alright. So, let's travel to the Ancient Causeway. And this deck will engage the Deadlord after it engages you. Put the topmost undead enemy in the discard pile into play engaged with you. There is Cursed Dead in here somewhere. There we go, Cursed Dead. And after engages. I'll bring a Marthiel over here. So, Baragon will defend against Deadlord. Each undead enemy engaged with you gets +1 attack and +1 defense until the end of the round. That is annoying. Amarthiel will defend against the Cursed Dead, which is currently 4 attack. Takes 1 damage. So, Aragorn will attack the Cursed Dead. It's +1 defense, but -1 defense from Aragorn, so he can still kill it by himself. Puts 2 progress on Quiet the Spirits, and I exhaust the Rohan Warhorse to ready Aragorn. He can attack again. This is +1 defense from the Shadow effect, but -1 from Aragorn, so 1 damage. And let's do this properly. Control R. At the end of the round, remove a time counter. Then we also... This deck has to discard all cards in hand. So... But I have a Silver Harp, so I can exhaust that to return one of them to my hand after I discard it. And I'm actually going to hold on to Asphalon. And Control N. 3 additional cards. Okay, that's nice. Let's also play this Deep Knowledge. Do 2, draw 2. Do 2, draw 2. Okay, so I'm going to play Steward of Gondor onto Balin and immediately exhaust it to get back the 2 resources I paid for it. Then King Under the Mountain, which I will exhaust to look at the top 2 cards. Okay, they're both faints, so I take one and discard the other. Now, obviously, I'm going to play this Secret Vigil onto the Deadlord. Yeah, Darren's Runes. That's Darren's Runes. Okay. I'm going to discard a Test of Will. And then Deep Knowledge again. Okay. So I can play the Gondorian Shield for free. And with my remaining 2 resources, I could play another Rohan Warhorse and save for a feint. Or I could play an Honor Guard. I think I'm going to go for the horse and the feint. Space out my heroes a little bit more. I'm going to do that. Now over here, well, let's see. Pretty sure I'm not going to manage to play the what's it called? Test of Will, because I would really like that Unexpected Courage. And Asphalon. The Warden of Healing wouldn't go amiss, but I do have more of them. And I want the Keys of Orthanc, of course. So let's pay 1 for the keys. Doomed 1. And pay 1 for Asphalon. and exhaust the keys to get a resource. Doomed. And 2 for unexpected courage. 1 to Berigond. And so now questing. I think I'll just stick with Decipher Ancient Texts. So 4, 6, 8, 10 versus an empty staging area. And we reveal Traitorous White. White engages a player with 2 progress from each quest card in play, and Eerie Halls. Action, raise the threat by 1 to reduce the threat of Eerie Halls by 1 until the end of the phase. Any player may trigger this action. So I've added 7 threat to the staging area. So at the moment I'm making 3 progress. I will discard Glare Wine to boost AoE. I'm going to exhaust Glare Wine to have this deck draw another card. That's nice. Getting more progress on this quest could certainly be useful, so let's discard Faramir to boost AoE, and exhaust Asphalon to put 1 progress on the Ancient Causeway. And other than that, I could raise my threat to reduce the threat of the Eerie Halls and get more progress that way. But with all the Doomed I've got going on, I might like to save some threat room. Although, this deck is actually doing reasonably for threat. So at the moment I'm making 5 progress, 1 on here, 4 on here, and of course 2 will be removed when this engages. But yeah, I mean that would be 6, no, 4. This is kind of the most difficult of the quests to do, really. But yeah, okay, I'm going to let's take 2 points of threat. So we go up to 7 progress, 6. This is explored and raises each player's threat by 2. And puts 2 progress on secret debris. I travel to the Eerie Halls and optionally engage this here, which removes 2 progress from each quest and play. The shadow cards. Berigond will defend. And Berigond will defend again. Which point of damage? There is no damage. So, last round's shadow effect is obviously gone, so this is normal 2 defense, -1 for Aragorn, meaning he can kill it by himself. And Secret Vigil drops each deck's threat by 3. Two progress on Quiet the Spirits. Ready Aragorn. Attack for 6 to kill the traitorous white. I can go the Aragorn again for all the good it does, and put another 2 progress on Quiet the Spirits. So I lose another time counter here. And Control N, but of course at the end of the round I have to discard my hand. I'll Silver Harp, use a Test of Will. Oh wait, I did use Glare. That's 3 cards here. Another Secret Vigil. Top 2. Okay, there's the Legacy of Numenor. I'm going to take it and discard the Raven-Winged Helm. And then let's play that Legacy of Numenor. So, Doomed 4. That also sets off the Keys Warbank. Would have been much more useful in the first round, but never mind. Okay, let's play this Protector of Lorien onto Aristor. And I guess I'll actually pay resources for this Elven Druid. Meanwhile, over here, I can play these 2 Honor Guards. Then Faramir would be good. So does Sneak Attack Gandalf. Or Veteran of Osgiliath. Let's play the Veteran of Osgiliath. And now questing. I might want to go to a different quest this time around. I mean, okay, so yeah, the staging area is currently clear, so simply the debris could be a reasonable option at this point. Or Quiet the Spirits, I don't mind this deck engaging multiple enemies. Okay, so Sickly Debris, I think. And actually, no, I'm going to take this back and go for Faramir. So, questing to sift through the debris. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, okay, Curse of the Years. So, damage to exhausted characters. Each player with a threat of 35 or higher must also discard each exhausted attachment he controls. Oh, hang on, yeah, that'll lose the Silver Harp, which is actually kind of a problem. So, okay, Test of Will. And White of Rhudaur. While the current quest has 1 or more progress on it, which it does, White of Rhudaur gains Surge, while it has 0 progress on it, gains Doom 2. So, Surge. Curse Dead, which will bring back all the other Curse Dead from the discard pile, which is still only 1. Okay. So, that's added 4 threat to the staging area. So I'm currently making 9 progress. And let's exhaust Faramir to boost this deck's willpower by 5. Discard the Keys of Orthanc to boost Eowyn. So I'm at 15 progress. Exhaust Asphalog to put a progress on the halls. So 3 here, 12 here, plus another 2 from exploring a location. I can just get 2 more progress. So discard Faramir to boost Eowyn. And I'm going to exhaust Glare to draw a card for this deck. And discard it to protect Lorien to increase Aristor's willpower. So I'm making 17 progress. 1, 2, 3, and 14 on here. And because I've explored a location, another 2. So I've reached the 18 quest points. When this quest is defeated, flip it over. Heirloom of Yarkon. Clue. Action: exhaust a Marthu or a hero to claim Heirloom of Yarkon. Then attach Heirloom of Yarkon to that character. Attached character gets +1 willpower. So that will just sit in the staging area for the moment. Now, I suppose, yeah, these are all 3 attack. So it doesn't really matter how they are arranged. So I think I want the white here. So white here. Also, Aragorn is going to use his ability to engage the one with it. Here. So, okay, so let's save my feints. Still Baragon. If the defending player does not control at least one clue objective, this attack is considered undefended. Well, okay. And I don't have resources on Barlin to cancel shadows. So this is an undefended attack of 3. Fortunately, I have 2 Honor Guards to cancel 2 damage, meaning it only does 1 damage, which I'll put on Aristor. Now, Amathu will defend. Oh, actually. No. Since I've already used my Honor Guards, I don't want to risk Amathu. So I will feint this. It would have been alright, but better not to take the risk. And Baragon is fine. Of course, this does now mean that... no, I still can't kill the Light of Rhudaur. Because even with -1 defense from Aragorn, it's still 2 defense and 5 hit points, and I only have 6 attack. However, Aragorn can kill this Cursed Dead. And 2 progress goes there, 2 readies, and I engage the other Cursed Dead. And he can kill that one as well. 2 more progress, and then I attack for 6 and do 4 damage. Don't have a hand to discard. There goes a time counter. Control N. King under the mountain over here. Okay, I'll take the spear. And let's play it straight away onto Baragon. It's Down's Runes. Discard Protector of Lorien. Okay, so I have a Warden of Healing. I'm going to play this Honor Guard. That'll be it. I want to play Slick Tap Gandalf. Now, okay, Doomed 1 and 1 resource for a Silver Harp. And the Doomed triggers the keys. I'll pay 2 for a Warden of Healing and 2 for the Civilian Tracker. Now, let's see. Okay, so do I want to go to Quiet the Spirits or Decipher Ancient Texts? Regardless of which I do, I'm playing Sneak Attack Gandalf, and this deck is dropping its threat by 5. I suppose I'll get more out of Gandalf if I go to Quiet the Spirits. So I'll go for 4, 6, 10, 12, 13, exhausting the tracker. I kind of want to keep Aristar up so that he can exhaust claim the enemy with Yathon. So 13 against an empty staging area. It should be fine. I will discard the Test of Will and then return it to my hand. So actually no, I should. Yeah, I should actually hold on. Hold on. Actually no, hang on. How many copies of that Treachery have I seen? 1, 2, 3. There are none left. So yeah, I can't have my attachments discarded. I will do this now, in case I want to actually cancel something, because then the Test of Will won't be in my hand to discard later. So I'm questing for 14 against an empty staging area. This should be fine. Dark Covenant, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. First bonus add to progress. Or assign X damage. Okay, I think I can do that. 1, 2, 3. So 2, 3, 5 damage. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the second card is staging. Haunting Fog. With bonus exhausted character controls, attach Haunting Fog to the current quest, cancels a condition attachment with the text attached to quest, gets +6 quest points. So that would put this up to 22 quest points, and I will still clear it immediately. So sure, that attaches. I will exhaust this Elven Jeweler and this Honor Guard. And actually, thank you, Faramir. Why not? I don't need his willpower boost. Glowline is going to draw a card for this deck. I might be cautious about playing that Legacy of Numenor though. It could be useful so that I could spend resources for deciphering texts. But I might save that for next round, because obviously I'll be questing to decipher ancient texts next round. and I might just clear it normally. So I will exhaust Aristor to claim the Heirloom of Yakon. And I'm making 14 progress. So this is flipped over. Dakenar's Brand. Exhaust a martial hero to claim Dakenar's Brand, then attach Dakenar's Brand to that character. Attached character gets +1 attack while attacking undead enemies. All the enemies in this quest are undead. So, Gandalf returns to my hand. Do a shadow card here, and Bergon defends and kills it with the Spear of the Citadel. Aragorn will exhaust to claim Dakenar's Brand. And the Warden of Healing will heal Aristor and Matthew. So, okay. Question, do I want to spend any resources to put progress on here? And answer, no, not really. Because I can obviously do 3 per round, which means that if I make so much as 5 progress this round by just questing, then I can complete the quest. Use the Silver Harp to hold on to a Test of Will. 3 additional cards. Okay. Card here. King of the Mountain. I think I'm going to be alright with threat. I already have 1 more secret vigil. So, okay. Definitely do something with the Dwarven Tomb. Let's see. I mean, going back, I want to hold on to a resource for Test of Will. Okay. What's the next step? Okay, still 8 cards before we reshuffle. Now, Stephen Ladris could be nice. It won't be any use this round because there's no active location, but in principle, a decent idea. Of course, the simple option is always just to Dwarven Tomb Elrond's Council. And I certainly could do that. I think I might like 1 steed. At least. So, yeah, let's use Greener. Doomed 1, which gets me the resource. Oh, which makes Dwarven Tomb free and gets me an extra resource. And card Stephen Ladris, which I will then play onto Aristor. That'll be it for that deck. I'll play 3 for a Veteran of Osgiliath, and 1 for Arod on Aragorn. And obviously I'm questing to decipher ancient texts. So I'm not questing with any allies. I'll exhaust the Aetherian Tracker and quest for 4, 5, 7, 10. It's +1 willpower from the air room. 10, 12. Against an empty staging area, and reveal Decrepit Remains. While it's in the staging area, each location and side quest in the staging area gets +2 quest points. And Ancient Causeway. So that's 4 threat. And make it 8 progress. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But Decrepit Remains gives Decipher Ancient Texts +3 quest points. So currently, this is not explored. Oh, sorry, +2 quest points. And I think I am okay with this for the moment. Actually, hang on. Let me think about what happens when I advance the quest. No, actually, yeah, advancing the quest is a good idea. So, okay, I'm going to play Dwarven Tomb for Elrond's Council. I'm not going to bother bringing it to the top of my deck, because obviously I'm playing it straight away. So, one additional progress there. And going to just Asphalt to put a progress on the Ancient Causeway. And I'm going to travel to the Decrepit Remains. Since they are no longer in the staging area, the extra quest points on Decipher Ancient Texts go away. And this is flipped over. Orders from Angmar. Same thing, exhaust marker or here to claim it. An attached character gets +1 defense while defending against undead enemies. If there are no Treachery of Rhudaur side quests in play, immediately advance to stage 2. As you study the clues that you've found, you feel a chill wind flow through the keep. You will not leave this place alive, a sinister voice echoes throughout the halls. My master Dakenar wills it so. Thardir! Amarthiel exclaims, unsheathing his blades. When revealed, add Thardir to the staging area, and each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for an undead enemy and adds it to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. So, let's see what's left in the encounter deck. There are a couple of Cursed Dead there, I should probably take those. And what are the shadow effects like? Raise threat by 3 or attack is considered undefended. +1 attack. And it destroys a character. So yeah, I'm taking these Cursed Dead. And what's left in there is Treachery, Deadlord, 2 locations, quite high threat ones. So, okay, yeah, that's done. The wraith you fought in Fornost has followed you since your flight from Mount Gram. Your only hope is to escape with the clues you found. Thardir's Pursuit has -5 quest points for each clue objective attached to a character. This stage cannot be defeated while Thardir has any hit points remaining. If this stage is defeated, the players win the game. Oh, and because I've travelled to a location, I put these 2 Curious Brandy Bucks into play. Well, I could have used a Dwarven Tomb to get back an Unexpected Courage. So another Unexpected Courage on Barrett would be quite useful right about now, but never mind. Well, why don't we draw this type of card? We're not idle. We'll draw this deck another card. And I mark that. Will come in handy when I can play it. So, okay. I want Bardo engaged with this deck, and so then we get a case dead on each side. Now, I might want to use up one of my feints here. Yeah, I think I want to use up one of my feints here. So, Paragon is going to defend this. Either raise this threat by 3 or this is considered undefended, or I use Barlin. +1 attack, which means that these have no shadow effects, I know for a fact. So, Amathiel will defend against the Cursed Dead, and take like 6. So even though I know there's no shadow effect, there isn't really a safe way to do it. Well, actually no, there is a safe way to do it. It involves using my honor guards. And that way I could preserve the feint for next round. Of course, that will be equally applicable next round. So, no, let's just feint that here. Because, of course, this means that Baragon is free to exhaust to claim the orders from Angmar, so he gets +1 defense against undead enemies, which is all the enemies in the quest. Now, actually, well, this deck can kill this Cursed Dead. Don't need Aragorn to do it. Aragorn will kill this Cursed Dead, exhaust Arod to put a progress on the Ancient Causeway, which is explored and raises each deck's threat by 2. Then already up, and attack again. 3, 6, 7 against 3 defense, factoring in Aragorn. Doing 4 damage. And the Warden of Healing will heal up. They're not Barlin. Amathiel and Eristor again. So, because this now has only 15 quest points rather than the printed 30, so I need to get 15 progress on here and 5 more damage on Paradir, possibly more if he heals from his forced effect when sorceries are revealed. So that's all I had to do. So Control N. I am exhausted, so Barbed, hold on to Test Will. Put 3 more cards. Okay. And King Under the Mountain. Discard the shield. And Steward. Okay, so Let's discard these to play this Elven Jeweler. Clairwine is going to draw that card for this deck. I was hoping for a sneak attack. If I were to use Green is Doomed, I could play this Curious Brandybuck, but I'm not that bothered. I think I'll manage. Here I can play the Raven-Winged Helm onto Baragond for free ability, and of course this is limit 1 per hero but not restricted. You can't have attachments, so I can't put a super bigger one in it. But I will play these two Dunedain Marks. Because I lose as much attack as I can get to deal with Thardir, as much as I might like to play Gandalf and lower my threat. So, okay. Questing then. 4, 5, no, sorry, 4, 6, 9. Discarding the Curious Brandybuck to the Stephen and Ladris. 9, I'm exhausting this guy. 11, 13, 16, 18, and discarding this to Alien. Actually, no, I will hold on to it. So, well, 18 against the empty staging area, and the first enemy does not count as threat. Ghostly Ruins. 4 quest points. Anytime the encounter deck runs out of cards, return the topmost undead enemy in the encounter discard pile to the staging area before resetting the encounter deck. And to travel, return the topmost undead enemy in the encounter discard pile to the staging area. Obviously, it doesn't apply here because we just reshuffled. And Curse of the Years. So, 1 damage to each exhausted character is not such a big deal, though I might still rather avoid it. Discarding exhausted attachments could be an issue. Thardir is going to heal and make an attack. So I'm going to cancel this. But still, Thardir heals 3 damage and makes an attack, which will be defended by Baragond. Dealing damage with the spear. He takes no damage since he's 7 defense. And the threat in the staging area is 4. So I'm making 14 progress as it currently stands. I exhaust Asphalon to explore the decrepit remains. Oh no, I will not exhaust Asphalon to explore the decrepit remains. Because as soon as I explore the active location, my Curious Brandybucks go to the bottom of my deck. And that would lose me 4 willpower, which is obviously more valuable than the 1 extra progress. But what I can do is, of course, exhaust Faramir to increase this deck's willpower by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm making 22 progress. And discard this Curious Brandybuck to increase Eowyn's willpower by 1. And discard this Legacy of Numenor to increase Eowyn's willpower by 1. Yeah, I'm going for overkill here. So this is explored. I'm not going to bother travelling. combat phase. Bergond will defend, he deals damage with the spear. Attacking enemy gets +1 attack. If this attack destroys a character, it does not damage him, because he has 7 defense. And even if it would damage him, he has a Raven-Winged Helm and I have 3 Honor Guards with which to cancel the damage. So now, let's do some healing. Of course I can ready the Warden twice. So I get 3 uses of the Warden, so I can basically heal 6 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now Thardir is 3 defense with Aragorn. I attack for 5, 8, 11. Use +1 everything since I'm over 40 threat. I didn't mention that last round. But, yes. 5, 8, 11. So he has 11 damage compared to his 9 hit points. No hit points remaining, and I have more than enough progress on the quest. So I have won the game. Pretty impressively, in fact. Only 5 completed rounds. So I suppose that's technically not the absolute minimum, because, I mean, theoretically you could manage it with only 3 completed rounds if you could complete 1 side quest per round on stage 1, but that would be pretty unlikely, because the side quests have quite a few quest points. But yeah, that all worked out nicely. I think this, obviously I designed partly with this in mind, but it's still neat. I think this should be on the bottom of my deck. It's still neat. This is these decks. It's the first time that I've ever played this quest and explored all 3 side quests on stage 1 in 2-player. It generally, I find it becomes easier to do more of the side quests on stage 1 if you have more players. Particularly because the ones which get progress automatically when you explore locations or kill enemies, you're getting more locations and enemies, so those will go faster. And it's really... But in general, those 2 always go at a decent rate, and it's just Decipher Ancient Texts, which is the difficult one, because you're less likely to have really spare resources to spend on it, and if you are spending a bunch of resources on it, then you're not spending those resources on actually improving your board state, which will be a big deal when you hit stage 2 and have to deal with Thardir. Yeah, so that can be a thing. And of course it's more difficult to quest to because you can't use your allies, which is why obviously I went for a sort of a fairly hero-centric approach. Obviously I didn't need to go so hero-centric as far as my combat went, but I chose to anyway. But yeah, having Eowyn, and then just having support allies. So I'm not sure if this Athenian tracker actually did anything, but he could have done stuff. And obviously Faramir still works for a hero-centric approach. And just having the mounts that could place extra progress, stuff like that. Yeah, I was very pleased with how this worked out. So that brings us to essentially this sort of narrative break in the Angmar Awakened cycle, because having explored this keeping gotten away from Thardir, we finally go back to Rivendell, and our heroes take a bit of a break before heading off to get horribly murdered at Khandoon. And so, likewise, the Line Unbroken is going to take a slight detour back into the Tales from the Cards custom first stage content for the next blog post and a couple of videos before returning to Battle Khandoon and finishing off the cycle. So look out for those. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.